This is Paul with DKC Knives with another beautiful knife. This is our DKC-58-LJ. I call it the little J, DKC-58 little J. And it's little J because we have a full-size J, which is the blue J, which I'll show you in a second. And I'll give you the little story here, and some things, there's always a good story behind it. So I disappeared from our little knife factory for a week, and we had some knives under production, and a few of my great artist folks that worked their hands at these made some new knives, and we needed to make some more Blue Jays, and lo and behold, this was made. Unfortunately, it was a mixture of a couple of different specifications, and it's a smaller version of our Blue Jay. So what's been born here is the little Jay. So at first I was a little annoyed and upset, and then I got to thinking about it, and I was actually very happy because it's a really, really cool knife. So if you compare it to our Blue Jay, which I'll show you in a second, it's a little bit smaller. It's got a little different coloration on it. It's got a red accent in here, and it's got a few other different colorations. It's a little bit more of a petite knife, so I don't want to call it a lady's knife, but I would say it could be. And it's also a guy's knife or a smaller pocket knife when you don't want something quite as big. So what do I mean by smaller pocket knife? That little baby comes in at about 4 inches total, and let's see if I can open it up. And overall, it's about 6.5 inches. So it's not your typical 8, 7 3/4, 8-inch knife. And there is the little J opened up, and it's a real looker. This knife, beautiful handmade work, nice steel bolster. Got different color bone inlays here, white bone here, brass pins. We've got completely steel liner and spine on here. It's got a back locking mechanism over here, so you press this here. My finger's a little sore, I was exercising, and that snaps into place. So it's a gorgeous knife. I want you to take a look at that, and then I want to close it. Okay, and there's our little J all over again. And again, this is the DKC-58 little J. Now, I keep talking about it as a little J. Let me show you the Blue J, and just make sure that you know that I'm doing this for sake of comparison. This is the other model we have. Here, let me make it line up in the exact same way. That's our Blue J. Can you see the size? It's a little bit bigger. And that is our Blue Jay, and that's our little J. And you can see a little different in colorations here, so that's part of the growing family here. How do you like that? Pretty cool, huh? Let's see if I can do that. And the back spine of this one here has got brass, so it's a little different setup. The real emphasis I would do, it's very similar design. It's just the colorations are different, and it's a little lighter knife. The Blue Jay comes in, by the way, to more traditional full-size pocket knife. You got about 4.5 inches, 4 1/4 inches, and of course when it's opened up, the full-size Blue Jay is, there we are, good 8 inches. And I'll open up the little J so you can see it. You're about an inch and a half shorter there. So that's the little J and the Blue Jay, and this whole video is about this guy, the little J. Really, really neat knife here. Okay, so this is Paul with DKC Knives. What else can I tell you about the beautiful knife? Genuine Damascus steel, of course. Look for the imprint of our DKC Knives on all of our knives, and you can find all of our knives at www.dkcknives.com. Thanks for looking. I'm going to fold up this beautiful knife, and there we go. Thanks, folks.